It's the final week of the regular season, and we'll see the Bengals go for the sweep against the Browns. Get ready for an AFC North clash. Coming your way next on EA Sports.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the...
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there on a first down. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tyler Shelvin gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL...
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
A gain of 6 there on first. From the 41, Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout it, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
For the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And now it's 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Here we go. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now Burrow on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Mayfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Dio Odangbo
in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
First down, here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On second down, here's Mixon. The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Dumps it off to Mixon. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On second down, Mixon pushes him over, and he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Malik McDowell providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab
it. Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Here's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Bengals score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down...
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Dayo Odangbo picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. still down following that play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow, and he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
Let's go!
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Saints who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Mixon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. To Mixon on the check down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They give the Chubb out of the gun.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Working with his 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Chubb. Trucks over him. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Going the other way.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
To try again after the sack.
Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
7 yards the pickup there.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Tyler Shelvin
picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On third down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again.
Tyler Shelvin
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The tackle there by John Johnson. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Mixon.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So it was the passing game that got them down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets them home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Nick Chubb stops short. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. Here's Burrow. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On second down now, Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now it's Burrow. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
4 yards remain for second down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line. Hey, we're 33.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
1st down, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Dayo Odangbo
In there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mayfield.
And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much